ID at Xbox, it happened this last week, and I've been traveling, I've been on the road, so I just barely had a chance to catch up with it. I watched all of the coverage, which to my mind was better than last year's. I'm very hypercritical of doing this on Twitch. I'm very hypercritical of doing it in this format, but in all honesty, in fairness, it was better than last year's. They really focused it. They stuck with 2 streamers. I still don't think it's the best format. I don't think it's a good format to do this ID at Xbox, but it's better than it was last year, that's for sure. And we got a list of 12 games coming to Game Pass as launch titles out of the ID at Xbox event that happened this Wednesday. And out of those, we have 3 that I'm very excited for, and I really want to focus on those 3. Let's jump into it. Before we do, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to this channel. I'm X1 the Gamer. Xbox news is happening here. Again, I apologize we missed videos the last 2 days because I have been on the road traveling. And so let's jump into this right now. Let's first take a look over here at Windows Central. This is the 12 Game Pass launch titles that were shown off during the event. Obviously, we have Tunic, which just dropped. So that's not news. It's already here, actually. And then Crusaders Kings, which I also don't count. That's not an ID at Xbox game. That's not an indie title there by any means. But we do have, in fact, let's zoom this down because I think my face is in the way. My big face is in the way. We do have Immortality, which is one of the ones that I'm very excited for. Trek to Yomi, Escape Academy, Shredders, which also is already here, everybody. Shredders is the snowboard game, which I've downloaded. I'm very excited to jump into. Flintlock, now this is the developers that did Ashen. So I'm pretty excited about that one as well. Floppy Knights, Paradise Killer, Kraken Academy, Beacon Pines, and Citizen Sleeper. However, let's go over and let's take a look. Here are the actual ones that I'm excited for. Now, this is Trek to Yomi, and you can see just right away. Why are you excited about this, X1? Well, you can see why. It just looks freaking cool. It looks awesome. It's you're a samurai, and you're going through waves of enemies. Trek to Yomi. As you trek to Yomi, it's what you're doing. Let's actually fast forward here. Oh, but look how good this looks. It just looks so good. It's got character. It's got pizzazz. It's got feeling. This, to me, is one of the most exciting games to come out of ID at Xbox, especially knowing that this is coming to Game Pass. And this, once again, illustrates to me the value of Game Pass right here with a game like this. You don't have to take a chance on it. You just have to play it. Because who knows, maybe it looks cooler than it is, although look how good that looks. Like, just look at this level. Oh, I love the foreground, I love the background. Spring 2022, Devolver Digital doing it once again. The next game that I'm most excited for is right here, and that's Immortality. Now, Immortality is this, let me turn down this volume as well, is this game where, look at, there's this actress, and she's on Johnny Carson, which is pretty cool that they were able to do this. In fact, should we watch this a little bit? Let's turn this up here. She's gone. It's this murder mystery that you've got to figure out, or maybe not a murder mystery. I don't know if she's murdered, but she's definitely not there. And you got to go through the footage, investigate it, see what's going on. Oh, and I just think it's a really cool idea. It seems cool. I love the like retro film feel to this. The investigative aspect of it. I just think it's super cool. I think it looks really good. I'm very, very excited. Is she okay? Oh, she's okay. Immortality, an interactive movie trilogy. I think this looks interesting. I think it's fascinating. I think it looks really good. I'm very excited for this one. This came out of ID at Xbox. Again, this is going to be on Game Pass. You don't need to take a risk on it because it's coming. And last but not least, oh, baby, I think this one might be the one that I'm most excited for. Now, this is Citizen Sleeper. Let me turn up the volume here so we could get a little taste. You're on a starship and you've escaped their prison. You roll your dice. And so let's pause right here on this. So think of, and this is what I like about Crusader Kings. If you know Crusader Kings, then This game is kind of in that vein, Oregon Trail in that vein. So you see you have these choices here, you have these options. So buy rations, right? Keep some experienced rations behind the bar for those spacers who ask why the Overlook doesn't serve food. If you go, if you pay a cryo, you're able to do that. You can do a bar shift. You're as good as your word, and happy throw a shift or two your way. The pay isn't great, but tips can make all the difference. And so you're making these choices, and you're telling your story, and you're making these decisions. And as you make these decisions, like a tactical RPG, the story progresses. It happens. You make your way through the ship. You upgrade. You become better, and your story evolves from there. I love this stuff. I really like this personal story, the verging of stories, the fork in the road, decision making as it were, and that is Citizen Sleeper right here, and I just think it looks so cool. I think it looks like a ton of fun, and this is again coming to Game Pass. Obviously, I'm very excited for Crusader Kings 3. That's my most anticipated game of March. However, these three games with Citizen Sleeper, Immortality, and we moved on to this video. Trek to Yomi. Trek to Yomi just looks beautiful. These are the three most exciting games in my mind. The others, you're either into them or you're not. But these three coming to Game Pass and coming to Game Pass soon, I think is exciting. I think this illustrates and underscores the value that is Game Pass, the value that is Game Pass to gamers, and the value that is Game Pass to developers. Developers like these taking a chance on a game, doing something, trying to do something unique with not a lot of money in a space that is very competitive. Game Pass gives these developers and games a home and an opportunity for players to try it risk-free, essentially. And that's what I love about it. Let me know what you think. What games are you most excited for? Let me know in the comments below. Again, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel. I'm X1 the Gamer, and we'll see you next time.